Hello, everybody, and welcome into Sunday, August 10th, 2025. I have audio confirmed for myself. I get the homies to say something. Hang on, don't say anything yet. Okay, now if I can get a homie to verify their audio. Hello.
Howdy.
Yeah, we have audio confirmation. Cool, that actually went way. I gotta figure out why the Stream Deck brings back my microphone, but it doesn't bring back your guys' audio for some reason. But that's an easy fix. I'll do that later. Oh, hope everyone had a good Sunday. I had an okay Sunday. Boy, I look like I'm about 1,000 miles away from the camera. Um, the thumbnail I created today in DaVinci. Well, we don't want to talk about that. That's my current background. Now, I am contemplating trying to actually replicate that in DaVinci Resolve. And I'm not sure that that's going to happen anytime soon. So take a quick look at chat. Darren Gilholm was first through 20th, maybe. Tony was second. Sam was third. Greg was fourth. Hello, Tony. Hello, Sam. Hello, Greg. He was cleaning his dethatching machine. I figured he'd be cooking dinner. John Williams says the studio I've been looking for. I think he's referring to the thumbnail.
I am now.
What are we having?
Breakfast sausage links, steamed broccoli, and Alfredo noodles.
You got breakfast, lunch, and dinner all rolled into one dinner, one meal. Back-to-back episodes of Tracker. Yeah, they've got to fill in their programming for the summer. I've got Jackie Brown playing in there on the Quentin Tarantino channel that I have, and I'm learning things about Jackie Brown I didn't realize until tonight. No audio, need help. Nope. John and I really think a lot alike because I had contemplated this afternoon doing tonight's stream with about 2 minutes of no audio, but I decided I wasn't going to do that. Jeff says, good evening. Hello, Jeff. Tony says audio is normal. Now we're hopefully in business. Long Dog joins us in chat. Says, hey, Jeff Ryman, another hot one today, about 116. He had to piddle around with the car. Well, I'm glad I read that because that could have been horribly a bad thing. The only thing you need, Greg, guys, is a little bit of shrimp. Actually, that does sound pretty good. Instead of breakfast sausage, the shrimp actually does sound good. And I'm not a big shrimp eater, but it does sound pretty good. Now, just out of curiosity, is it breakfast patties or breakfast links on the sausage?
Breakfast links.
Good man. That's what I have every morning. I have 2 sausage links every morning. John says he's laughing out loud. Jeff said they only got to about 110 today. We got to 92 was our high. Felt like it was 94 according to the app. I went outside twice today. I thought I got an Amazon package, which I did, but it wasn't mine. It was the next door neighbor. So I heard him drop the package, literally. I mean, they didn't set it down. It dropped, yeah. So I went out to see that and a little disappointed. I'm not expecting anything. I haven't ordered anything, so I knew, if it was, then it would have been from someone's generosity sending me something. And as it turned out, it was for the girl next door. I can't remember her name to save my life. I remember we have Glenn, we have Lynn, and we have Ben that live across the street, the 3 houses across the street, and then we have me, Ken. Now, I can only remember that because Glenn, Lynn, and Ben rhyme with Ken. Otherwise, I would never remember their names.
Does this person share the wall with you on your duplex?
Yes, she does.
Okay, so it's that one, not the other side or whatever.
Yeah, if it would have been, now, oddly enough, I remember Ryan's name. He was one of the first people we met when we moved in here. I do remember his name. I don't remember his spouse's name, and he told me. But yeah, I've talked to her. She's a sweet, nice young person, young lady. works in a church. Predicted for 111. Oh my goodness, that's warm.
Well, and then it starts dropping a little bit, like 108, and then a few days down to 102.
It's gonna drop from 111, to 108. Yeah, I
Well,
just
hell, last year we had several days of 115, which we haven't had this year. So I'm not complaining.
John says there was an explosion downtown underground that blew off the manhole covers under investigation. What city was that in, John? Was that there in Madison or whereabouts did that take place at? Be interesting to know. Susanna Margin, proud single mother, joins us in the chat. Hello, Susanna. She gives us the blue turquoise dude and a like Madison. Okay. Yeah, I did a little bit on the internet this afternoon, but I really focused on doing that thumbnail, and I need to get with Brian. Hopefully Brian will join us tonight. If not, I'll do it tomorrow night because I struggled with Canva today. I finally kind of sort of got what I wanted, but I wanted to get the 8 images we had last night. I like those. I thought they'd still be there. They are not. I didn't download them. I thought I downloaded them. They didn't. So, yeah, hopefully Brian can. Well, wait a minute. Brian's got a memory like I do. Long Dog says sometimes they run the gas pipes like in sewer lines. I've even seen cities that have electrical wire in sewer system. Yeah, that's good planning. I hear a TV through Zoom. Not my TV in there. I can barely hear that one in there.
How many visits have you had there since then?
See if I can
I
figure
see a
out.
yellow line under somebody else.
I have a green box on mine. That's what is perplexing because the green box indicates that's where the sound's coming from, and I've got the studio
There's
running.
a short yellow line appearing under somebody else from time to time. When I first spoke, it was under me, but it was under somebody else before that.
I'm watching Zoom. Ah, I see what you're talking about. Yes, it is Greg. Oh, that's a shock. Yeah, when you said short little, you're good. When you said short little line, I'm like, what? And then I actually seen the line that
Yellow
time.
line. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And then when you talk, I don't know is my box lit up for your guys' Zoom? Okay, so then when you talk, your box lights up for everyone. Okay, cool. John's saying, yeah, Long Dog, that's very true. Yeah, I'm sure they use those sewer lines for just about everything they could.
Oh, I will skip the comment I was tempted to make.
Yeah, we'll be over here in about 10 minutes, and then we can use all the comments we want.
You do. Just note that methane, however produced, is flammable. I mean,
yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I knew a fellow in college who got scorched in part of his anatomy.
Sounds like a to be discussed later on. We do have something we want to test maybe on Zoom after the stream. Well, actually, I'm going to test one thing first before I decide if I'm going to pursue that other thing or not on Zoom. Ran into a little bit of an issue a while ago, but it's not a big deal. And what I think I may have done may have solved that problem, but we'll see. I do have a job interview in the morning. I don't plan on being here very late tonight because I want to try to sleep this evening so that I can get up and go to the interview tomorrow morning. And then since I'm going to be south of here, I'm just going to go down and visit my mom for a while, see how she's doing. Been a week, and I need to get down there and see her. Then come back and go from there. So wish me luck on that.
Yep.
I looked at 4 or 5 offers this afternoon, and I still have them, but not that I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, but I'm kind of hoping this works out. $16.25 an hour, second shift, which that's going to affect the streaming. I just don't know how it's going to affect the streaming yet or not. I don't know if I'm going to stream after I get back from work, if I get the job. I mean, I'm kind of speaking ahead of
Mm.
myself a little bit here, but if I do get the job, it's 2:45 to 12:15. Which now that I think about that, that's 9.5 hours. 2:45 to 3, that's 15. 3 to midnight's 9. 12 to 12:15 is 15. 15, 15. Yeah, that's 9.5 hours. Maybe they give you a
You
hour
must
and a
have a
half
lot.
break. Yeah, long lunch break.
I bet you get an hour lunch break and two 15-minute breaks, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, quote. I mean,
Right, right. Yeah, that could be. As one of the properties I manage had a vault for electrical 20 inches underground. Yeah, my hat is off to you, John, for working in the electrical field. I stay away from it as best I can. Sometimes I even hesitate to plug things in and unplug things. I always have a fear that I'm going to get shocked if I don't unplug something right. And I mean, knock on wood, that's never happened, but I don't know.
house I grew
20
up
feet
in
underground. Okay.
had some knob and tube wiring, if anybody knows what that is.
Wasn't that back in the Little House on the Prairie days?
Almost. The house I grew up in, the first lighting they had in it was DC lighting powered by storage batteries that were in glass containers.
Okay.
And okay, and up in the attic on two different rafters, they had the knobs, which were the ceramic insulators,
Right.
and there was a wire that ran down each of those rafters to go to the various rooms in the house initially. Bare wire. Okay, well, this was DC lighting, which was high, but later when the house had regular wiring added, they used that for one of the circuits. Never changed it. It was fine so long as when you were in the attic, you didn't touch both wires at once.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I had an
And
uncle that
somehow we never got around to fixing that. I I added a couple of circuits myself on behalf of my father. Was in 4-H, if you know what that is.
hands, heart, health, and what's the other
Right, I
one?
mean, it's a club for rural
Right.
kids.
Hands,
Anyway,
heart,
one of the
health,
classes that was offered in that,
hands,
one
heart,
of the fathers of one of the
health.
other kids was a master electrician, as well as being a farmer. He was licensed. And he taught us a class on how to add a circuit. So I came back and added a couple circuits in different parts of the house for my dad. Hopefully it was done the right way. At least the house is still standing, although barely. Nobody
Well,
living in it anymore.
I'm glad nobody offered me $1 million to come up with the fourth H in 4-H. I got the hands, the heart,
Hands, and health.
and head. I head. All right, I got 10:14. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go see if Stream Deck's gonna work. Oh my gosh, here we go.
Mm.
Silk and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step a whispered tea. Moving slow like honeybees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down. Velvet shine, I steal the show. Feel the rhythm, let it flow, flow.
That's all, folks.
It was at the house of the guy who sold me this graphics card. And he was showing me one of the setups he had where he was doing the crypto mining. And I mentioned to him, and I had tested the card on the HDMI and all 3 of the DisplayPort outlets. He said, well, that's good. He said, I never used any of those outlets when I owned the card. When you do crypto mining, all the communication is by spatial software through the PCIe bus.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you never hook the graphics card up to a monitor per se. It's just being used as a compute engine.
Wow. All right. So there was no scroll due to operator error tonight. That's on me. And I know I set it up. I cleared them all. I just forgot to turn it back on because I was doing some things. So I want to thank everyone on YouTube for being here. If you'd like to join us on the Zoom panel, the email is on the screen right now. kstout00m@gmail.com. Shoot me an email, ask for the credentials, and join us on the after stream Zoom. That's hard to say.
Here's a
Good night,
bit
everybody. You what,
of
Jeff?
computing trivia for you. You have the slash through the zeros.
Right.
That's common nowadays to show it's a 0 instead of the letter
Right.
O.
Right.
Back in the days when I first learned to program on punch cards, we had forms that you would write out the lines of your code on if you wanted to. It was normally used like if you had key punch girls or something like that who would take it and punch it up for you. In those days, on those forms, a slash through it meant it was the letter O and not a 0. And that convention has changed sometime between the 1960s and now.
If I
Don't
didn't
know
think
how
it
or
would
why.
be so confusing, I would change one of the O's to a 0 and leave the other one a 0. But it's bad enough with this.
Oh,
so.
that would be confusing. That would be good confusing
I
as
know.
far as
All right, a couple minutes of overtime. Hopefully see some people on Zoom later on. See you tomorrow. Good night.